In Lefty for Life news.
Isn't that how it works?
Submitted by I Will Always Love JK.
Hey!
You could be converted to a right.
I guess so. But once a lefty, always a lefty.
I trained myself to be a lefty a little bit because I felt left
But you're
out.
always a real one.
Oh shit.
I did
Justin's
too.
gonna be a lefty for
when I
life,
had
though.
to browse porn with my right hand, I had to learn how to jack it with my left.
Speaking of, a man chopped off his son's hand over his porn addiction.
Whoa!
Shit.
His right hand.
You know what's the cool thing about Mariel? She could write with both hands.
She's ambidextrous.
That's the highest compliment you've ever paid her in my company.
Yeah. So she fucked up her wrist, I think like rock climbing or some shit, and then so she just learned to adapt, and then she learned to write with her left hand, so she could write with both.
I fell asleep on my hand when I was in like 10th grade, and I killed the nerves in my wrist. And so for not even joking right now, like for 3 to 4 months, my hand was like this. And I had to put it in a cast just because this looks ridiculous.
Are you for real?
No, dead serious. I had to put it in like one of those, not a cast, but like one of
Like,
those.
is it like as serious as you being colorblind?
Well, no, that wasn't a bit. That was a bit. This is like real.
Is it for real?
You did it from sleeping. How do you sleep like this?
No, I'm a heavy sleeper, but I slept so hard on my hand like this or whatever.
You just cut the
I
circulation
killed
out.
the nerve endings in it. Yeah, exactly.
How'd you get it back?
Well, the doctor told me that there was a chance I wouldn't get it back because nerves are so weird, but he said that hopefully I would, and then all of a sudden the nerves just woke up one day.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah, that is.
But I had to learn to do everything with my left hand for sure.
Oh shit. So are you still
Fuck
pretty
no.
good? Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
What country does this take place in?
What is going on with your mouth right now?
Takes place in India.
Oh shit.
And the dad is a butcher.
Oh.
That's
So he's good at it.
extreme. What the
So
fuck?
at least it was a clean cut.
Because this
Yeah.
dude, he has 4 children.
Well, why can't he jack off? Oh, continue.
So he has 4 children, 2 including 2 sons. The oldest son recently got a smartphone and he just got addicted to watching movies and porn. And his
Sounds
dad would repeatedly warn him, like, you better stop watching porn. I don't know why, but he didn't like him watching porn. And then finally, they had this really big fight this one night. And the kid was like, you know what? I'm running away. I'm never coming back. And then the dad was like, all right, then fine, whatever. So then the kid comes back later when everyone's asleep. And then that next morning, both the father and the son, they ended up getting into another fight. And then that's when the dad was just like, I've had enough. And then he just chopped his hand off.
Makes sense. I'm on the dad's side.
It was between the wrist and the elbow.
God.
Oh, that's a.
Is the dad remorseful or is he like, nope, I am sticking by my decision. He fucking deserved it. He's a piece of shit.
Where is this again?
India. I don't know what the dad feels like.
How old is the kid?
I don't know.
Oh.
Do they have like
18,
Bollywood?
18.
Do they have like Bollywood style
18.
porn in India?
Oh hell yeah!
Like it's like.
It's fucking hella long. It's a 3-hour
It's
porno.
a 3-hour. And then there's a tree that they're fucking. They're like running around. And
But
shit.
she's naked, you know.
Locations are all over the world.
Yeah,
It's a huge fucking like orgy that comes out.
I would love it.
Well, fuck that kid though. Because if you ran away, you should have committed. You're fucking 19 years old, bitch. You can't come back. That's not your house. So technically, you're an intruder.
What are you talking about? He fucking, his own father chopped off his fucking
Yeah, but he's an
head.
adult now, so he left. He said, "I'm done," and he left, and he broke back. He broke into the house again.
You sound ridiculous.
I think
Do
the
I?
real thing
All right.
is I don't think he cut off his hand for jacking off too much.
Oh,
He took up the.
I don't think
He
so.
took up too much of the bandwidth.
I think he was just hurting his dad's feelings by being disrespectful.
Yeah.
So that's why he said.
think that's
"Oh,
what's really about?
I
the
think
deeper
I don't
meaning.
think it means. Yeah, I don't think.
You don't think
he cares
porn had
about the
anything to do with it?
It has nothing to do with it. It was just disrespectful. Let me just chop that hand
Like,
off.
Rajesh, could you not watch so much porn every day? Fuck you, Dad.
That's
you don't
probably-
need your hand anymore.
You don't need it. Let's
What
see
do
you
mean?
try to jack off with your left hand.
Why are you trying to disrespect? Okay.
What if my dad doesn't know? Is I sucked my own dick.
That's true. He doesn't
I
know
don't
how he
need my
does it.
hand.
I know.
I took a yoga lesson so I can suck it off.
Oh my god.
Yeah, how does he know? How does it? My dad wouldn't know what hand I jerk it with.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, what if he's left-handed?
If he's like, which hand you jerk it with? Which one? And then he's like, oh, this one. It's like, okay, then, you know, like that. How do you know?
Yeah, that's true.
If you found out your son's jacked off, would you get angry?
No. I would just tell them that you have to do your own laundry now.
Yeah, I would. I would get angry if they're like jacking off so much though that they're getting bad grades. They're not doing anything. They're like lazy and like.
How do you know it's because they're jacking off though? Because jacking off relieves tension.
But you go to sleep and you don't get anything done.
He's talking about from personal experience right now.
Fucking.
Maybe if you're like jerking it constantly.
Oh yeah. Took over my life. Come home from school, I can't wait. Fucking whack off, go to sleep, fucking wake up. I'm about to do homework right now. You go through one page, making me horny.
You're like, oh my god, the letter 3 is so curvy. I gotta look at some porn.
He's like, look at some arbor. Oh, Susan B. Anthony. My God.
Exactly.
I'm all like, this studying's fucking making me so anxious.
But they always have
relieve
clip
it.
art of people in the books. I guess you can get horny from that, you know?
Or maybe an anatomy book probably did it to you, huh?
I never studied anatomy. It was fucking pre-algebra.
They had kind of sexy looking ladies in my algebra book. You know how they would have those ladies in heavy sweaters and they're like standing next to a math problem or something? I could get horny.
Quick
to that.
tip.
Yeah.
I would never punish my kid for masturbating. I would just prefer that he just do his own laundry from now on and that his room not smell.
They probably have a different culture out there where it's like,
Yeah.
Dude, masturbating in India must be rough because it is so hot over
Dude,
there.
doing most things in India must be rough.
Yeah.
Like
Just in
imagine
general.
being a gay kid in India.
Oh,
Fuck that, right?
a woman in India, I heard is pretty not that bueno.
I wish I was a Bollywood star in India though.
Oh, you just have to be really light skinned.
Because
Then you're the president of India, basically.
yeah. Because I think like if you're rich, you're real rich. Like if you live in those countries and the disparity is so huge.
Yeah.
That's like, remember that one guy that made like a huge tower of his whole family in the middle
Oh,
of
yeah,
the,
yeah.
Yeah, and then there's like swimming pools on the rooftop and all that shit.
Yeah, it was like 50 stories or some crazy amount.
One of the shits I like watching on YouTube is watching Indian street food vendors cook. Because they do one thing really fucking well, and they do it extremely fucking fast. Now, they'll cut a fucking shallot in their hand and not somehow slice off their fucking hand.
Wow, so much skill.
I see I love when they make the curry in the street and all that stuff.
Yeah,
it just
yeah,
looks
it's
so
like
damn
a
good.
huge fucking pot too.
It looks good, but it looks like I'm gonna get E. coli and shit.
Well, I don't
I love street
You know,
food.
of all
by
the
way.
offensive things I've said, maybe not as offensive as that.
Hey, I travel and eat street food all over the world, so I can say that. And the funny thing is, after the club in Beijing, right, we ate some fucking those pancake things from a guy that was pushing a cart. I ate all this shit. The place I get food poisoning in Asia is when I went to Hong Kong in a legit restaurant and I had fucking noodle soup.
I think
like,
the
what
same
the
shit happened to me in
fuck, dude?
Taiwan. Exact
What
same
do they
thing.
do? Pour the noodles back, leftovers in the fucking bowl, and then they serve that shit back out to people?
You know what my rule of thumb is when I go to those places? If it's not cooked in like 500,000 degree oil, I'm not gonna eat it. It has
makes
to be
sense.
cooked in front of me. So like when I was in Taiwan, I basically only ate the street food, and I only ate it in the morning because that's when it's fresh. They make it right in front of you, and that's it.
you could ask them for fresh ones too. Like if they have like little fish sticks or whatever, and that already pre-made, you can go, can I get a fresh one? And just make you one, yeah.
I didn't know that. All I know, like street food in Taiwan, like once it's past the morning, leave them alone. It's all ass. Cause like I got a couple of stuff later on because it's still open till like 4 or 5 p.m. I
Street
grabbed
food
it. I
is
went. It was cold. I was
good.
like, nah, I'll probably get sick from this shit.
Dude, I get a carne asada burrito in this place I used to live in Koreatown, and I used to walk to that place. And one time I got so sick from after eating at that place that I was like literally in bed like for like 3 days.
I've been there.
Right? And then 3 days after that, I went back and got
it again, right?
Because it's so fucking good. I was like, it's not their fault. The meat was
Well, now
bad
you have
somehow.
immunity. You have immunity now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I literally did that and got it again. Yeah, I did. I did because it's so fucking good. And they're so cheap, and I had no money back
Every
then.
time I heal from like food poisoning or something, the first meal I get is always McDonald's. Like if I need to solidify my shit, I always know that I can count on McDonald's.
Why would
Really
you have to do
solidifies.
this to like show us how your shit gets solidified?
Well,
Don't
it's kind
do
of like,
that.
you know, when you pack sushi rice?
I just don't do
you
that.
want to make sure, like, you know, it's like, it gets nice and firm, so you get all my shit, and you're just like, I feel like all my intestines are just like this, and just squeezing it out and just throwing it out there.
I always get the same fucking street tacos from the same place every time I eat it there. There's nothing wrong with them. I just can't really digest greasy foods very well.
Yeah.
I still go back. Diarrhea, I'm gonna fuck.
What was this article about again?
The guy.
Oh, right. For jerking it. Yeah.
Indian hand killer.
Damn.
Yeah, well, all I know is that guy's really fucking fucked up. Just to put it in reality, I don't condone it at all.
I've never got sick from street food or like. I've even eaten in like a little fucking dirty ass village before, and then they just made like food with their dirty ass hands and shit.
I got sick.
I fucking ate all that shit and it didn't get me sick, but I have from restaurants in America.
When I went to Taiwan, I only got sick once from food, and it was from Delta airline food, and I had projectile vomit.
Oh!
It was so funny too, cause like I was like right in front to where like first classes, and they have that curtain and shit, but I couldn't make it to the bathroom, so I just ran in, and they're like, "Sir, excuse me." I was like, "I'm gonna fucking barf," and then she goes, "Oh my god," and she lets me in.
Oh my god.
So I'm like sitting there, and this the first thing I'm thinking is this. It's like, "Hey dude,"
barf.
it's like, "Hey, don't be too loud, just
Oh,
fucking."
you threw up in the airplane?
in the first class bathrooms. So I was like, okay, I was like, don't throw
Oh,
up
you
too
ran
loud.
in there?
I ran in there.
Were you in the air?
Yeah, we were in the air already.
Dude, usually where I am, like they'll fucking tackle you on the way to the first class there.
They saw
Like,
how
fast.
pale I was sweating, and I was just like, the first thing I thought was like, don't make too much noise, and all I did was this. And so all you hear,
Time barf,
yeah, it was like, that's the first time I've ever had projectile vomit. I didn't know that shit was real.
It exists.
Yeah, it exists. And it was just,
I done it.
and I was like so fucking like sick, I just got like the one square tissue. I was like trying to clean up the bathroom.
Dude, have you ever had diarrhea and vomit
Yes.
simultaneous?
Yes.
That's the worst.
What?
Yeah, I'm like sitting on the toilet while I'm fucking going.
I have been there.
I have been there hungover.
Oh no!
Yeah.
While you're diarrhea.
Yeah.
pretty bad.
it was so
All you're
bad.
doing is screaming as you're barfing. I don't
And
know
you
why the
probably
yell
had a
comes out.
period.
I had kidney stones
Good
once, and
problem
they got
for
me
you.
in the emergency room, and they're like, "Sorry, you're gonna have to wait." And the pain I was in was so nuts.
I heard those hurt.
Kidney stones are a bitch.
That I started projectile vomiting, and they immediately wheeled me in there.
Did they have to do the shit thing where they had to break it up first?
No, they had to give me a bunch of pain meds, and then they gave me this thing to pee it out. Yeah.
Where'd you get the kidney stones from? Did they tell you?
They didn't know.
Multivitamins.
I don't know what it was, because I got them twice.
Is it
and
from energy drinks, you think?
Fuck no, I pound these things now. Back then I didn't have those. This is the only thing keeping me alive, keep me from
What?
kidney
Yeah,
stones,
what
bud.
causes kidney stones?
Dehydration.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's the lack
So it's a
of water.
calcification that happens, and so they're basically like calcium balls. So
Yeah.
you can also get them from like taking too many multivitamins and being dehydrated, which is what happened to me. Because I hate these
That
gummy
was
vitamins.
nuts, man.
You got kidney stones too?
Because I ate those gummy vitamins a little too much. Because they were delicious.
There's a max amount.
I straight up told my dad because I was laying in there like in so much pain, and the pain meds hadn't kicked in yet, and I was like, "Dad, just pull the plug, man. Just let me die." Seriously, I was like, "Let me die, man." And he's like, "Steven, there's no plug to pull."
Like if you ever get a kidney stone, you'll understand how fucking painful it is to fucking piss a rock out of your dick.
Yeah, it was nuts.
God.
You had to piss it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nuts.
So what do? The pills break up the stones,
Allegedly,
and it just you just have.
it's supposed to break it up in your system somehow, but I don't know. I had to pass that shit, man. It was nuts, dude.
Other
You,
people.
this is what happens when you pee.
No, legit. Like legit.
And to scale, by the way.
Yeah, legit. Mine was like a lot smaller, so mine wasn't as
How does
bad.
that come out of your pee pee?
It just shreds it up as it comes out.
And it's fucking up your intestine as it's going through it because it's got like razor edges on it. It's nuts.
It's jagged as fuck.
Did you save it for good luck?
Hell no. I was so mad at it.
I would have saved it.